8 weeks. I initially thought this process might take 4, 5 at a push, but anyway, here we are, week 8, and just about completed. So there's a couple of security things we need to finish off, but this place is pretty much done. The purpose of today is to show it off and brag. Yeah, modest like that. So first of all, we sort this out, sort that out. Cue the intro. So welcome back in, and I'm looking fairly human again. We're gonna have a little bit of a walk around and have a look at what's changed, what's different, what's new. First of all, stepping into the main area, we've decided to carpet, which I know is a bit of a brave and bold decision when it comes to, I mean, you wouldn't drive your car in the living room, would you? But we are doing here, and the reason for that is I've got a really good contact who owns Motors for Less, and he's done carpeting in his unit, and he was adamant, Rob, you need to come and look at this carpet, it is the bee's knees. So I went to look at his that had been in for a couple of years, and it still looked pretty much as good as mine does now, and mine is fresh in. So yeah, first job was to sort the carpet out. And I don't know if you can remember, when I first moved in, my concern was how many cars I can get across the back of this unit. So I was thinking 6 cars across the back. 6 cars across the back is what we managed to get in, so I'm pleased with that. Also lining some cars up down here as well. Now, I don't have a huge amount of stock in for obvious reasons, I've been busy. So we've got 4 across here at the minute. They're all large though, so I do think we'll probably be able to get more in there at a push, but in total, we've got 11 cars in here at the minute. We've got a couple more that are starting to come through the process. I do think we'll probably get 15, 16 in here, which is exactly on the money where I wanted it to be. There's a few things that were causing issues when we moved in, so I wanted to do like a photo area here. And initially, it was just a case of, I was going to wooden clad it and then get a decorator in. They were going to wallpaper it for a couple of £100, and then it was going to be a perfect little area. Couple of issues that never even crossed my mind was behind there we've got all the fire alarm system, fuse boards, lots of electrical stuff. So you couldn't board over it, you couldn't board too close to it, and I have learnt very quickly I can't build doors. So I ended up putting a curtain on there which I got from the place next door, the design mill. Got that done, got a decorator to finally quote on this, and he's going to charge me £450 to wallpaper those 2 walls, and I had to provide the wallpaper. So as you can see, I didn't do that. So I decided to get on the route of wood panelling. Just bought some 3x1, which is actually slightly smaller than 1, it's sort of 3/4 of an inch, and wood panelled the whole wall and painted it in some spare paint. So ended up costing me about another £100 rather than another £450. So yeah, really pleased with that. Lots of things in here that I'm really pleased with. First of all, as I'm sure you can see, we've glazed the front of the building. So there's a couple of different reasons for that. So first and foremost, security. A roller shutter door is never ideal, so we've glazed that. Ooh, what was that? That sounded nice. What was that? Number 2, easy to get cars in and out of without having to roll up a massive shutter door. You only have to do it once, and that's when you first come in the morning, and also when you go on at night as well. I want to know what that car was. Oh, Jaguar. Said it before, those Jags sound absolutely fantastic. Anyway, also the building is kind of south-facing, southwest. So when the sun comes round in the winter months, it's going to help heat up this building, because as it stands at the minute, we sadly don't have heating inside of the actual warehouse. Sign is great, doors on, got a couple of other things that I want to do at the front of the building as well. However, can I talk you through the sort of little bits in here that I've really enjoyed doing? So number 1 is that sign. And I tell you what, I pulled that one right out of the bag. Basically, it made from offcuts of wood. Kind of sawed them all up, stuck them all together, We worked out some angles. Very, very frustrating, very, very difficult and time consuming, but that has saved an absolute fortune. I just need to get the wires tucked around it, but we've got a guy coming in to do some work kind of up in the rafters, so that's going to be getting done. But the thing I like about it, other than the fact it's my own hard work, is it's 3D. So it's a 3D cube. And that cost me 150 quid in materials and paint, so a bit pleased with this. This, believe it or not, is not real ivy. It's fake. eBay special, no, Amazon special. And to be fair, it just adds a little bit of a feature. I know it looks a bit festive, but we've kind of got festivities in our mind at the moment, so I'm hoping, look at the way it lands on cars. Just looks cool, doesn't it? You can't, in fact, the lighting here is just mega. Moving on to lighting, so we had a Sparky in, a guy called Tom, owns a business in Keighley, Tom Bar, and M3 just went past. Some motors around here. We had a huge debate as to what we're going to do for lighting in here. I was absolutely hell-bent on having strip lighting in because that's what I had in Riffa in the last business, and it just worked. It was bright enough for you to be able to see what you were doing, but it wasn't kind of like a nasty light that sort of made cars look too clinical. So we've gone with 24 or 26 strip lights. If I said I was impressed, it'd be an understatement. Oh, oh, it's bright. And it just looks cool. This is actually a slightly warmer light than you get in a lot of car dealerships. I've always found that when I go into a car dealership or when I bought cars in the past, it feels a little bit stale and a little bit cold. And then your salesmen are all over you. I just wanted a nice warm environment. So yeah, plenty of light to work with, but creates a nice environment for customers as well. Also, can have it done in different banks. So that, for me, during the day is perfect. Just a nice amount of light so I can work, but I'm not using a horrific amount of energy. Right, so other things that I've done, I built some understairs storage. Now I'm just waiting for a final piece on this, and that is going to be a curtain to cover this, but it's somewhere to put the jet wash, and then I built a door. Yeah, it shuts if you get it. Ooh. Just right, there we are. Particularly proud of that. That took me about 4 days. So yeah, there's so much to kind of go through. I mean, even the doors, so we painted all the doors. That took ages. Everything just took so much longer than we thought it was going to do, including the most important part. And I think, you know, I've been building up to this. I'm so proud of this. This is some of my finest work, and that is the bar. It just looks right, doesn't it? In the office, there was like all of this cladding on the walls, which they've been hanging carpet samples off, etc. So I decided I was going to use it to clad the front of the bar. So that's worked really well. Bought those chairs from Amazon. I think they were 150 quid for a pair. 150 quid a pair, yeah, so 300 quid, which is pretty cool. So Tom did the lighting as well, so we've had them suspended from the ceiling, so, and also, they're dimmable. Which is quite difficult to do with LED. So yeah, so the front of the bar, that is basically scaffold board that have had cut down to size, and then I've treated with like a beeswax. It feels really nice, but it also repels water. And then we've got the TV up, a guy that I know really well, Adam Foster. Let us know if you want any TVs fitting or whatever. He put that TV on the wall and he's run the plug up into that room upstairs, and you could not tell. Really good, really, really good job. So yeah, dead pleased with the bar. More ivy, more lighting here. Decided to leave this sofa in, which I wasn't going to do before, but it wouldn't fit upstairs. So it's there. I don't think it actually takes up too much space. So you can still sit on it and chill out whilst looking at the side profile of an AMG, which is, there's worse places in life to sit, aren't there? So the first room that I attacked in the building was indeed the office, simply because it looked like the smallest room and the easiest one to deal with. So this room used to have sockets all over the walls, and I can't fathom why. I know that they had a load of displays on the walls as well, but it was for sort of carpets and blinds and stuff like that, so it didn't make any sense. And either way, I had to take them all down, and unfortunately there's a massive hole in one of the walls as a result of that, so I ended up doing wood panelling all the way around, which was rather regal. I'm particularly pleased with this, and it just looks and feels fresh. I'm really pleased with this room. It just looks like the sort of environment you can just feel comfortable in. If you don't want to sit at the bar and have a discussion about service history and cars, then we can sit in this nice warm office where we can just chill out and have a bit of a chat. Also got my telly in here as well. This, however, genuinely think is the best 80 quid I've ever spent, and that is the office chair. This might look like a regular office chair, but no, this is different. This chair's got a heating function, which is kind of okay, to be frank, but it's also got a massage function as well, and I kid you not, it is bloody good. 80 quid, heated massage office chair. Groupon. I think they made a mistake because they're about 200 quid. Don't ask me how I got it for 80 quid, but I did, it's there, I love it. Anyway, that is the office. What a lovely place to be. So another thing I need to mention as well, which is absolutely glorious, all these door handles. So we redid all the door handles on all the doors. And we were gonna go to just kind of like your usual place, but we went to a place called Pickard's Hardware in Keighley, and some of the quality of their stuff is second to none, and I was surprised at the price as well, so rather pleased with my fancy new satin door handles. So here's another room that is incredibly important in a dealership, and at the last place was not ideal, so her indoors has taken control on this one, and that is the customer loo. Oh, smells good in here. It smells a lot better than the loo I'm allowed to use anyway, but yeah, so a lot's happened in here. This room was very basic, very bare. However, can I get the camera around? Look at that. So we've done all the flooring, loo seats changed, all the bits on the side have changed. It has got nice ivy in here, we've got mirrors in here as well, all over the place, makes the room feel nicer and bigger. And because we're posh like that, or because I've told I'm now posh, molten brown and a Joe Malone candle. So yes, woman's touch. Certainly made a difference in there, so very pleased with that. But yeah, it's been a pleasure building this. It's taken a huge amount of time. So I am now ready to get back on it. So we are at the start of December now. We're hoping that actually we'll have most cars live by start of January, because every single car in here needs to go through prep. So the plan of action is get everything live by sort of end of December, chill out over Christmas, and then hit 2023 like a sledgehammer. Yes. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for joining me on the journey. It has been a pleasure. I'm ready to rock and roll, and hopefully with some nice, cool, interesting, fun cars to look at in the new year. So Merry Christmas if you support that sort of thing. Happy New Year if you support that sort of thing, and see you on the other side. Cheers. This area here, I'm going to be doing a bar of some description. This is the downstairs office where the magic's going to happen. I reckon we could use that for the front of the bar potentially with some lighting in it, something like that, because there's some nice little groovies. We've got an off-cut from downstairs. Oh yeah. So we are going to be putting a bar in here. I know it might sound a little bit daft, it's not all about drinking, but it's going to be somewhere where a customer can sit down, chill out, can have a chat about paperwork, run through service history, that sort of thing, without feeling like they're sat in a stuffy sales office. framework together for the main part of the bar now. It's starting to take a little bit of shape. I'm starting to visualise what it's going to look like.
More I drill, the luckier I get.